Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of the Crooked Podcast. Now, this is actually the fourth. Last episode was the third. I got it wrong. And we're back in business. I've now got a webcam. We've got music playing live. How good. I could just go live like this. Like, we're doing this all live so then I don't have to edit it afterwards. So yeah, here we are. Going over UFC Ortega versus Rodriguez, picks, how they went. And then we're going to be talking a little bit about the Simple Simon versus Ed Matthews event. If you listen to the last episode, we'll talk a bit about that. And then we're going to be talking about my picks for UFC London so far. So, yeah, I've got a better setup now. I've got a microphone stand, got a webcam. We're balling out here. We are balling out here. This music is a bit loud, but it'll do. So, how did we go? Not very good, as you can see. We didn't lose, but I'm pretty happy with how it went, honestly. Like, I should have made more than what I got. Like, in my head, it's like, oh, I actually think I should have won more than that. But I didn't, unfortunately. So let's start from the top. The shot in the dark, Michelle Waterson versus Amanda Lemos. You know, it was kind of how I said. Michelle Waterson was going to come out and she was doing the game plan perfectly until she got guillotined. But before that, you know, she was doing what she needed to do to win the fight. Another round of that, and then all she had to do in the last round was survive. But yeah, she went for the takedown and got submitted. All good. That one was just a shot in the dark. I mean, look at those odds. For that first round, those odds aren't bad at all. Next got Shane Burgos versus Charles Jourdain. Charles Jourdain should have won this fight, I believe. I think it was a robbery. Yeah, didn't make a lot on this one. The way it went, I was thinking I should have went with my gut feeling and picked Charles Jourdain, because I said it last time. I wanted to bet on Charles Jourdain, and I do think he won the fight, but in reality he didn't. Next, we got Ricky Simone beating Jack Shaw. I could see it coming. I didn't think it would be as dominant as it was, but as I said, like, I thought it would be all good unless Jack Shaw could get his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu going. Then I thought Ricky would be in trouble. I thought he was better on the feet, better with the wrestling. And yeah, it showed. Everybody was riding on Jack Shaw, but I was like, I think me boy Ricky's going to get it. And he did. Bill Algeo. I know other people who bet on Bill Algeo were sweating on this one. You know, that first round, I said it. That first round's going to be a dangerous one. After the first round, he's sweet. I was right. Like, I said Herbert Burns would gas out. But yeah, I'm not a fighter, so I don't want to be disrespectful at all. But, I mean, he had an injury, actually. Because I first thought it was because he was just purely gassed, but I think he had an injury as well. So, I can't really blame the guy. But yeah, Bill Algeo won is big. If I didn't do these two bets and just put it all together, I would have won more than that. So, that sucks. Da Ung Jung. I'm gonna sound like I'm just sweaty, but that was a early stoppage. You know, I think he could have recovered. You know, he would have ate a shot. He wasn't completely out. He dropped like he was completely out, but if you look on the replay, he wasn't completely out. It was just a nice shot. He was looking really good before that. He was looking like he was flowing. You know, he just left his head up in the air, which I was like, yeah, but don't get clipped, and then he got clipped. So yeah, that hurt. You know, I was pretty confident he was going to win. He even ended up becoming a favourite by the end of the betting stuff. So yeah, that hurt. Emily Ducote, Jessica Penne, she won this one pretty convincingly. Stuffed the takedowns, was the better striker. Kind of what I said. People were concerned about her wrestling. I I thought she just looked better than she did in her previous fights, in her last couple of fights. And yeah, she did. She did very good. So yeah, we won on that too. So all up, just from the picks, we're up $18, 3.11. And then this is where it really stung me. Tate and Jung both let me down. I'm not even going to talk about Tate. Tate should just retire. Like, at this point, just retire. You know, that was just depressing. Tate, thank you for, like, being in the sport. We appreciate you, but just, it's time to retire. And then Da-Un Jung got clipped. I do think it was an early stoppage, but not saying he would have won. I just think they should have let it go for a little bit longer. Next, parlay. Yeah. We had no chances on these parlays. You know, it's when you play it safe. Like, this pretty safe parlay. Algier was the scariest one in theory. Thought these two would win pretty convincingly. They both lost. Is what it is. Next, Michelle Wilson. This was close to hitting. Come on, why couldn't she just pull off that guillotine a little bit later? So a little bit later. So yeah, that hurt. This hurt. I thought it would be a little bit more back and forth, but people don't usually have that power straight off the bat. Both usually don't get finished like that straight off the bat. Yeah, so that one hurt. And Matt Schnell versus Sumadurgi. I didn't think this one hit until I checked, but it did hit. If that didn't hit, we would have been under. So we're up 0.52 units. Yeah, we had a good weekend in picks, but in props and decision over under, not very good. Not very good at all. Overall, not a very good weekend, but hopefully this is getting us prepared for this weekend coming. And I do have some official picks. I'll see if I can get them up. But yeah, it was a good event. I enjoyed it. I didn't watch it live. I watched it the day after because Australian times, I'm not getting up that early, man. I just rewatch it afterwards. Oh yeah. So here we go. So these are my picks so far. Let me get them up. Let me get my cam on. Boom. So these are my picks so far. Let me fix this. Okay. So what do we have here? If you can't see, if you're on Spotify and you can't see, we have first pick. We'll start from like the early events and go up. I am going to add more. This is just my early picks, and you know, I mightn't play that much this week because I just want to play confident picks, throw a little dog in there. But after last week, I just want to play a little bit safer. So we have Jordan Levitt to win against Paddy Pimblett. Now for the odds, 3.08. I could not sprinkle a little bit on this. I got 0.66 units, which I think is $4, and I usually bet like 6. So put that on him for those odds. You know, it's similar to who was it? Michelle Waterson. Except I actually think Jordan Levitt has a better chance. You know, Paddy Pimblett, he's hittable. Jordan Levitt's not going to be the guy to hit him or clip him, but you know, he's got a lot of holes in his game. Even in his grappling, he's got a few holes. I could definitely see Jordan Levitt really pushing on the grappling here and somehow pulling off a submission. Paddy Pimblett's got good submission himself, but I just think Jordan Levitt... I think Paddy Pimblett has a better striking, which is a concern, and Jordan Levitt isn't the best striker. It's going to be up to Jordan to get this to the ground and submit him. Fingers crossed. But yeah, bit of a concerning one. But after seeing Paddy Pimblett's last few fights, I can't help but think for these odds, there's a hole in his game that Jordan Levitt might be able to exploit. So the overall pick would be Paddy Pimblett, but betting-wise, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on Jordan Levitt. Next up, Chris Curtis against Jack Hermanson. Got 2 units on this bad boy. You know, Jack Hermanson last fought Sean Strickland, Chris Curtis teammates. Both have great takedown defense. He would have been training with Sean Strickland for this fight. I know Sean Strickland's not going to be in his corner, but he's been training with him. You know, everything Sean did for Jack, he would have been teaching Chris. Chris Curtis got nice body shots, great takedown defense, better striking, got a bit of power, got a bit of speed. I really think he could just keep clipping Jack Hermanson here and get the finish. Deny the takedowns, keep punching him, body shots, combinations. I really think he could just drop Jack Hermanson here and get the finish. And lastly, but not least, Tom Aspinall against Curtis Blaydes. 1.6 units. At these odds, I think this is a great bet to make. I honestly think Tom Aspinall is going to be levels ahead of Curtis Blaydes in almost everything. It's only if Curtis Blaydes manages to take Tom Aspinall down and get on top, then that's when you should start sweating a little bit. But on the feet, I think Tom Aspinall's going to have a huge advantage. I think he's got great grappling that he should be able to get out of mostly what Curtis Blaydes does. Yeah, he's got speed, power. Tom Aspinall, a lot more technically sound. I feel like he's just going to get it done here pretty convincingly. And yeah, they're my only bets so far. I'm still looking into stuff, seeing what the other professionals think, going to watch some tape. I've got 2 fights that I'm definitely going to pass on. I think it's the first event, and then there was a later one. I'll bring it up later in the week. On the Friday episode, I'll bring that up of the ones that we're just going to skip. I'm just going to skip a few here. How can I not? There's some scary ones that are like 50-50. But yeah, I'm going to keep updating in the Discord server, which will be linked down below. And yeah, that's about it for this episode. That is about it. Hope you guys enjoy this weekend's card. UFC London should be good. Let's go, Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis, I'm backing all the way. You know, some people sticking with Tom Aspinall like this, and I see that, but Chris Curtis, action man. How can I not? Bet against him twice. Realised the big mistake I was making. We're on with Chris Curtis all day. Chris Curtis could be fighting anybody. Chuck him in there against Joe Jones. I'm betting on Chris Curtis. He's going to ride us home. He is. The action man. Anyway, that's been it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed. Join the Discord server just for regular updates. Chat to me. Give me your thoughts. Give me your picks. And yeah, follow my Twitter. And follow me wherever you want. It's been nice seeing yous. Been nice chatting. And yeah, hope you enjoyed.